Hello, I'm back with another message, a little nugget that I feel like, we all as people come across these little aha moments. And this is one of them. So, probably a few days ago, I was feeling very overwhelmed. And I know we all go through this. But, when it's your turn to go through certain things, it can feel very big. It can feel very beastly. One of the things that I kept praying for, one of my affirmations that I decided to keep repeating to myself that particular day was patience, direction, and focus. Patience, direction, and focus. Obviously, these are the three things that I feel like I needed or I wanted to work on within myself because I feel like that's what I was lacking and that's what I needed to feel. So I just kept repeating that to myself. Patience, direction, focus. Patience, direction, focus. I had this affirmation in my mind the whole day. That was my focal point for my mental that day. And I ended up taking a shower. And if you guys know me, y'all know that I believe that when you take a shower or you take a bath, that is a baptism for yourself, spiritually speaking. And not in the way that they talk about. But it's very imperative for you to really cleanse your thoughts, not just your body when you're taking your shower. So anyways, that's what I was doing. And whenever I was, focused and I was just really trying to drive that in, and I was trying to feel what energy frequency does patience, direction, and focus feel like for me. I wanted to put myself at a very even, balanced point to feel because I didn't feel that way. And as I kept saying it, I noticed I had stopped in my mind. I just kind of let it go, that thought. You know how like when you're meditating, you try to hold on to a thought? I let it go after a while. And I was just feeling the water and, just really having some time of peace and quiet. I don't know if it was peace. It wasn't too much of peace, but that was the closest that I was able to get to for that day. And as soon as I told my mind to shut up, basically, as soon as I let it go, the phrase or the affirmation went to patience, direction, and purpose. So we started at patience, direction, focus. And then when I finally quieted my mind, it turned into patience, direction, purpose. So what I realized is in order to have patience for something, there has to be something that you're doing it for. Right? If you need to feel like you have direction, you have to know where you're going towards. That's where your purpose comes in. Now, as far as focus, the reason why I feel like the focus was traded out to purpose is because you can have focus. Like, for example, I was focused on that affirmation, patience, direction, and focus. That was my focus. But I think what Source was trying to show me is your focus should be what your purpose is. When you are moving purposely, when you have direction for your purpose, if you know what you're supposed to do, the patience and direction comes naturally with it. So I think once I told myself to focus on what I need, God, Source, the Most High, Spirit, however you want to call it, redirected me to understand patience and direction is what comes with you following your purpose. Now, you may not know exactly what your purpose is, but sometimes that's what we need to seek. It's not always what we need materialistically. It's not always what we need for the next day. It's not always what we think we want. Sometimes the big picture of your whole life, your purpose, is what's going to help you get to those little things, because that's really small compared to what Source wants us to actually do or what Source needs us to accomplish. And we get stuck and hung up on the little things that may block us to getting towards those point A to point B's, those things that mess up our plans. If you're anything like me, anything that messes up my plan, child, I'm livid about it. And it's very jarring for me sometimes. I'm not one of those people who just like to go with the flow. I really like organization to the best that I can actually bring it out, right? So those moments of things that we can't plan for or things that we lose unexpectedly, things that we have to try to compensate for without really planning for it. Source says patience, direction, is what will lead you to remember your focus, which is really your purpose. The focus shouldn't be the small things. Your focus should be your purpose. Who are you and what are you supposed to do here? And even if you don't know what that is yet, you focusing and having patience in that direction to figure out who you are, it will lead you naturally towards the things that you need in order to accomplish the purpose. But you have to have patience to understand life is a journey. It's a book. It's a movie. It's not just this small little encapsulated moment in time. Your life is much bigger than, I don't know, clocking into work every day. You know what I'm saying? That may be a means to a goal. Obviously, practically, we would have to do that. But your life, your purpose is much bigger than that. Maybe your purpose is when you do go into work, you're the person that makes everybody smile. You help that one person not, think about ending it for themselves. I know that's pretty dramatic, but sometimes that's the purpose. It's not the job or it's not what you have. Those are the tools that you use to fulfill your purpose. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I really hope that this is making sense, y'all. But like I said, it started with patience, direction, and focus, and it transformed to patience, direction, and purpose. Purpose is the key word. Ask Source, ask God to show you what your purpose is. However you connect, child. Find your purpose, and then the patience will come with it because you know that it's worth it. The direction will come with it because when you have a purpose, you know you have to head a certain way. You may not have all the exact turns and everything, but you know the direction you have to go. You know what I mean? Sometimes we zoom in to the problems, and sometimes we got to zoom out to see the bigger picture. And that's where your purpose comes in. All right, y'all. That's all I got to say for now. I'll speak to y'all next time. Bye.